Alright guys, we are going to do a garden tour, and if you've seen my previous garden tour, you'll see that it's changed a whole bunch. We are currently working a little bit on the property, so things are all over the place. I'm hoping to get it under control, but I just bought 4 banana plants, 2 large ones like that one there, and then that small one. In this grow bag I have some oak trees that are growing. Oh, look at that spider. In that bin I usually keep leaves that I use for mulch. This is a pink, I think it's called pink lemon. I always forget. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that root. It's an irrigated lemon tree. And then over here is an aloe plant that somebody from church gave me. And look at all the little, I don't know what you call those, suckers, babies, pups. I know in bananas you call them pups. So that's what that is. Let's move over here. Well, we'll come back to that. Let's go on this side. So my husband, for my anniversary, hired somebody to put some garden beds in here. So we'll go over the garden beds in just a second. This is a mango tree that I grew from seed. Then there's another lemon tree here. I have a baby banana, or 2 actually baby bananas. Strawberry plants, strawberries right there that somebody from church gave me. A fig tree, and then see that tall one right there? That's another mango tree that I grew from seed. And then this right here is a tomato plant that somebody gave me that I need to fix. And then this is a blueberry plant that my husband got me. So when we got back from Missouri, a lot of my blueberry tree died. So I need to see what's wrong with that one. My husband surprised me with that and a bunch of other plants. So at the start, I have some sunflowers here that I started in this grow bag, and it's put out a couple of little blossoms already. Right here is these are some seeds of some sunflowers that my husband bought. So I don't know what the name was, but I called this Mateo's sunflowers, but they haven't sprouted. I do have one on the other side that did germinate. Over here, and I have right here on this side, it's supposed to be a mammoth Russian sunflower that hasn't sprouted. And I think these are Crenshaw melons. Oh, no. It may be cucumbers. The Armenian cucumbers. Right in the center, I just sowed some seeds, like a wild garden variety, so that we have pollinators. Actually, you know what? Did I do it in this center or over there? Oh my gosh. See, this is my problem. I never put labels. And then those over there, I don't even remember what they are. I'm sorry, guys. Over here is another cucumber plant. And I left it in the grow bag because it was actually dying. I mean, it was in really bad shape, guys. And this is what I was going to tell y'all, is that if you have a cucumber or like a melon plant that looks like it's, if you transplant it and it looks like it's on its last leg, still continue to nourish it, because I'm gonna cut out all these. No, I need to come back and clean this up again. I don't want no powdery mildew. It's been raining a lot. Oh, it smells fresh. It smells so good, like cucumbers. But don't give up on them, because they come back. On this side, we have marigold, and I planted some wild flowers on the edges, and then in the center. This is I believe that one's called a Cocina Grande or something like that. And it's like a gourd, and the fruit on it kind of looks like a cucamelon, but bigger, longer. and they turn red, and they're supposed to be a little bit sweeter when they are red. And then I sowed some Crenshaw melon along here. Hasn't come up yet. This is the other mango tree, and inside of it is a little tomato, and that may have been from the compost, so I'm letting it grow there. And then we have another fig. That's the fig Celeste. All right, let's move on over here to this bed right quick. So here again, I had planted I planted some wild flowers on the edge, and then those right there are, and these right here are the long string beans, the really long ones. So I wanted to go up the trellis. And let's move over here right quick. Here's one of the Mateo sunflowers, and it's doing really good. It's doing really good. It's coming up. Oh, and then over here, my seeds got mixed up. When it rained a lot, they kind of all floated around in one. I had them in one big pot. So I believe this is the Cocina Grandes is what I believe it's called. And then this one, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name. That's what that is. So we'll see. All right, let's go on and move. So these are supposed to be the Roma 2 bush beans. I planted them about 4 days ago. Typically, like, my beans sow pretty quick, or they germinate pretty quick, and they haven't yet. Rained an awful lot. So I don't know if the dirt is now too saturated. We'll see. I just emptied out my compost containers, and I put them in that compost bin there. And then over here, I've got radish. I have kale. You'll see the kale, the Russian kale, the red Russian kale. Now what's interesting about the kale is that they had not germinated. Here's another one, and then I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Russian kale. They had not germinated at all. And then we left on a trip to Missouri, and we were gone for 2 weeks, and when I came back, they were all germinated. Or not all of them, but some of them germinated. So I thought that was pretty neat. Ooh. And then here, I just have different varieties of radish. We have the English Scarlet here, and then the Gourmet Blend English Scarlet. I have the French Breakfast. They're not really coming up. They're a little bit slower to come up. I have freckle lettuce that I planted here, and that hasn't come up, but I just sowed them not too long ago. Oh, ooh, they're coming up. I don't know if you can see it, but you know what? I'm hoping that they are coming up, you guys. And look, they are pushing, they're strong. They're pushing this compost out of the way. See? Oh, how wonderful. There's another one there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's see if I can zoom in. See that? So they are coming in. Yay! And they're so cute. They're so cute. They have little freckles on them. Have some Armenian cucumbers over there as well. I believe that's what they are. Let me check. Oh, ooh, I'm going to show something to you here in a second. So I also planted more Crenshaw melon. Oh yeah, Armenian cucumber are right here. These are the Crenshaw melons, and I may thin them out when they get a little bit bigger. But here is what I was going to show you. I believe that this is what I was going to show you. I believe that this stem right here is, see that? Is an acorn squash. And it looked completely dead, but do you see that? It started coming back. So this is what I mean by not giving up on your, and I'm telling you, you guys, I really thought it was gonna die. But I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna let it. I'm gonna see what happens. Because I transplanted it is what I did. And it came back. All right, so on this side, we've got a ton of corn. And you know, I just wanna share that just because something, or just because you learn that companion plants are good together doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best thing to plant them together. Because here I planted different seeds to take advantage of the space, and now they're crowding out the sun, so it's not working out. What is kind of growing through, this is corn, sweet corn, are the sweet potatoes vines. They're coming through okay. I have a little tomato plant there. I think it's a peach tomato, which I think will be okay because it's on the edge. But radishes are supposed to be really good, planted with corn. Here's a squash. You see it in there? That's obviously not going to do good because it's completely smothered and it needs sun. Now I will tell you that, excuse me, my corn has fallen over with the heavy rains. So I'm gonna have to come in here. I mean, look at this, it's horrible. So I've got to come in here at some point and get this fixed. Here's an example of what I mean by companion plants aren't always the best companions. These are some, I believe this, what is that, radish? And the label faded out. But whatever it is, it was supposed to work really well with corn, but it's also being shaded out. Here's a, you see that one there? I'm not sure what that is. I believe that was like a squash plant. And then I also planted some oregano in there, and that's not doing well because it's being crowded out. So remember that, just because it's a companion plant doesn't mean it's the best thing to do. In this bed, we have different squash. Ooh, what is that? I hope that's not powdery mildew. I'll have to see when it gets a little bit older, bigger. There's another squash. I've got radish, tomato, another one of those Coccinea grandes right here in this little corner. I have different radishes that are growing, and lettuce, not lettuce, collards, and broccoli. What is this? This one is, see that? I need, if you guys, oh, broccoli. So the ones in this area are broccoli. So if y'all know of an outdoor marker that works best, let me know, because these permanent markers are not helping at all. We have champion collards right over there, and then more broccoli. So I must have planted this here. Ooh, look at these little tomatoes here. I don't remember planting these. They look like tomatoes. Ooh, and the grass seed. Don't want that in. Oh, is that what that is? So we've got some more tomatoes right in there. More tomatoes back in that area that I need to clean up. And then what you see in between on the bottom, so I have onions, and I just harvested some onions. I'm gonna cook some gourds with egg. But those radish in the back, those are actually dragon tail radish, and they get really long, so I'm hoping that it follows the trellis on up. And you actually eat the seed pods. Now, this is supposed to be green shiso, but there's like a little, that little tiny one. This is a weed grass. That little tiny one is basil, so I don't know, guys. Looks like I'm growing basil in there. But this is supposed to be green shiso. I've never grown it before, so I hope that truly is what it is, because what happened is it rained a lot and my seeds kind of surfaced up and got mixed up. So I've got green onions in this area. I have some peppers right here that are also not doing that great, but I honestly think that the reason why they're not doing good is because the soil is too compacted. So who knows, I may have to pull them out and then put some more of that little perlite or whatever. I need to just fix it. And here I have grass. Oh my gosh. So I don't have any more soil. So I left these out, and now it's growing weeds. Over here, I have some grapes, but I need to find out what's going on because it looks like it's got some kind of problem. So we'll see. I have some more peppers in here, and again, they're just not doing well. It could be the heat. It's been extremely hot because that soil in there is a lot, I don't know. Who knows? Those two, hi Panda, hi. Those two there are more of those Cocina Grande. And then I have in that little corner there, papaya, which when they get a little bit older, I think I'm going to, right there. When they get a little bit bigger, I think I'm going to transplant some of them because I planted way too many. I didn't think they were all going to come up. Here, my story of my life. Oh, it's like an Egyptian spinach. It's coming up. That's a weed. Here, what do I have here? Oh, Star of David okra. So all in this area, I sowed some Star of David okra. We'll see. That was a gift from somebody from our church. I don't remember what it's called now. And then this is my squash. I don't know what's going on here, guys, but it's very prolific. But the problem is that they're not getting pollinated, I guess, because they grow, and I've been hand pollinating them. There's one here. Oh, look, and there's a pepper plant. So again, going back to things that grow together, there's a pepper plant that's the sun's getting drowned out. But this has been very prolific, but I have not been able to harvest not one squash because the pollinators, I guess, are not finding the flowers. And that pretty much does it for the garden. I'll have to take you guys back on the other side to show you that other area, but I just have a couple more seedlings on this side. And that is pretty much it, aside from I do have a moringa tree, but that'll be next.